when we look back, and you only share as much as you'd like to share, but this, I guess, is a little bit of the part which a lot of people don't talk about. When you reached out 2 months ago, you just winded up your business, or you were just at the end of winding it down. And then you shared a little bit what was going on for you. You're not really 100% knowing where to go next. And you shared already back then, that you're feeling guilty because there's nothing on your calendar, nothing where you need to be or you have to do. Can you share a little bit more about this? Because I believe, I know there are many, many people out there, maybe not in the exact same situation like you are, but who are in between professional next steps. So if you could share a little bit about that, what went on for you? What was the biggest problem?
I think when I reached out to you, it was probably 3 weeks after I've wound up my business, signed the paper, left everything with my liquidator. I think the first 2 weeks was just catch up on sleep and trying to adapt into this period of unemployment, or I call my long service leave from my business. So I think I was still having a bit of mourning over the loss of my business or my baby. And there are a couple of things I did. I changed my social media account, especially my WeChat, which is my main channel of communicating with my friends, with my clients from Asia, especially China. And so I only have probably 30 people on my new WeChat account. Those are the people,
very selective.
Those are people who are my friends, my mentors, the people that actually care about me, still want to stay in contact with me if I'm not a CEO or career coach anymore, which is that. And secondly, I start to change my routine by spending more time in soul searching, such as doing meditation, breath work, and discover what are my hobbies, what are my interests are outside of work. Because for a long time, my work is life. I don't have work-life balance. I have work-life integration, which means my work was my
all
life.
Is one.
And when I don't have work, I don't know what I do and who I am anymore. And I've dedicated to find that Shirley back. So I'm not a workaholic. So I started to go to the museum. My house is just 10 minutes walk from NGV, and to the exhibition every week just to take my mind off all the crazy thoughts in my head and just really immerse with the beauty and the inspiration from artwork. Because I really enjoyed painting when I was young. Actually started drawing for about 7 years until my parents asked me to study mathematics, English, or to prepare for my entry exam. So that's something I want.
I didn't know that about you. Beautiful.
I actually wanted to do interior design for my uni degree if I didn't have traditional Asian parents which wanted me to from medicine and commerce. Apparently I picked the one that I disliked the least, and the rest part of the story. But there's always this creative side of me which want to explore more, but I didn't really have that opportunity because of my career choice. But now I'm like, probably it's a good time for me to reconnect that more creative and more probably like emotional part of me. I've been suppressing the emotional side of myself as I need to put my shit together to solve problems, to be a trusted advisor to others. But I have my own emotions and my own stuff that I haven't got to deal with. And so that's really a time that I just allow things to happen and allow myself to immerse with different kind of emotions and deal with some of the, I don't know, emotional baggage which I've been carrying this whole time. But it's also a bit overwhelming because you open up the Pandora's box, all of a sudden, I'm like, wow, I don't even know they were there. I have a chat with my career coach and basically telling her what was happening in my mind. She's like, yeah, I think it takes a lot of courage and wisdom in order to open yourself up to emotions. And it's healthy. It's necessary for you. Because otherwise, you will be like still so anxious about
take your emotions with you, right?
Figure out what is next step. Actually, during that time, I was actively looking for jobs and actually start looking for jobs on Seek and LinkedIn from day one of my career break. My calendar, and hopefully I can start contributing to the family account again. So I was thinking about working as a career consultant at university. I also looked up a few roles as a learning and development specialist for consulting firms and some of the recruitment agencies. And I did get a couple of interviews. Apparently, I have some transferable skills. But the thing is, I always got feedback such as, oh, we prefer you to get a qualification. You need a certificate in career counseling. I've been coaching people for 10 years and helped 1,400. No. Career coaching is different from career counseling. I'm like, but not that much significant difference. But you know how university is like a government job. They are very
That's true.
about ticking off all the boxes on the key selection criteria. As much as I impress them to the best of my capability, they're like, oh, sorry, we picked someone with that qualification and relevant experience in university. I'm like, fine. And when I applied for the jobs in learning and development, I got the same feedback. It would be great for you to get a certificate of learning instrumental design, which takes me another few months. And I also need to get relevant experiences. I'm like, it's the same thing. I appreciate the perspective from the hiring manager. We always want someone who can hit the ground running from day one. Preferably someone who's like 120% of key selection criteria. They just need 3 days onboarding, and from the second week, they start hitting your KPI and generate leads and sales revenue. But we also understand that's a little bit unrealistic. And especially I was applying for some of the relatively junior roles, which only require probably 3 to 5 year experiences. So I'm already taking a step back by lowering my expectation and understand that if I have the qualification and relevant experiences, I won't be asking for the same title and salary package as I did. But long story short, those two career pathways didn't work out as smoothly as I expected, because I saw those as low-hanging fruit. I'm like, well, as long as I can be adaptive and show my passion, I just need people to give me an opportunity to shine. But the reality is, I still need to reinvent myself and build up my credibility and the qualification and all of that in order to get foot in the door. And but I don't really feel that excited about doing all of that just to get to an entry level.
So it was a logical step again, right? What you were exploring, more trying to logically fill the gap.
Because I was like, well, what are the things that I enjoy doing and I'm good at doing, and what are those jobs available in the market? So those are the 3 areas I naturally look into, because that was the key aspects I would encourage my clients doing when they're going through their own career transitioning. What I like, what I'm good at, and what's available in the market. So I was thinking about, I definitely enjoy career coaching, something that I really enjoyed and I'm relatively good at. And one thing that I did realize as I interview those people is they find my experience a little bit hard to be boxed in a corporate environment.
I can imagine.
I engineered my own career over the last 10 years. So I did sales, marketing, coaching, business development, all in one through learning on the
people
road.
Management,
Yeah. But I wasn't going through some structured training, or there's no sophisticated framework by a corporate environment which shapes the way how I do things. For example, I helped my business with its digital transformation during COVID. Within 4 weeks' time, I have to transform my business model to something really traditional, like face-to-face coaching and offline events into everything. So there's a lot of stuff that I have to manage. As a change lead, a sponsor is the only one who have to make all of that happen in 4 weeks. But without qualification in change management, or without putting that in a big corporate environment, it's for me to sell that experience and to demonstrate to people that I'm a seasoned change practitioner.
Thanks for listening to the Conscious Leadership Journey podcast, a space for real stories, conscious growth, and authentic leadership. Stay tuned for more.